Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, this is Aura again, and I want to read summary chapter 5, Advice from Caterpillar, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Here we are. The caterpillar and Alice look at each other for some time in silence. At last, the caterpillar took the hookah out of his mouth and addressed to her in a language sleepy voice. "Who are you?" said the caterpillar. Alice can't explain to caterpillar about herself. She didn't feel like herself right now. She changed herself several times. Alice felt a little irritated at the caterpillars making such very short remarks, and she drew herself. When Alice turned away, Caterpillar called after her and sounds promising. Alice thought she might as well wait, and she had nothing else to do, and perhaps after all it might tell her something worth to hear. For some minutes it puffed away without speaking, but at last Caterpillar knew that Alice changed, and there was silence for some minutes again. The caterpillar was the first to speak. What size do you want to be?" it asked. A little large," said Alice. This time Alice waited patiently until it chose to speak again. Caterpillar spoke again. It told Alice that one side of mushroom can make her taller and one side can make her shorter. She was a good deal frightened by this very sudden change, but she felt that there was no time to be lost. As she was shrinking rapidly, so she set to the work at once to eat some of another bite. Her chin was pressed closely against her foot, that there was hardly room to open her mouth, but she did it at last, and managed to swallow a morsel of left-hand bit. As there seems to be no chance of getting her hands up to her head, she tried to get her head down to them, and was delighted to find that her neck would bend about easily in any direction, like a serpent, and she had just succeeded in curving it down into the graceful zigzag, and was going to dive in among the leaves, which she found to be nothing but the top of the trees under which she had been wandering, when a sharp hiss made her draw back in a hurry. A large pigeon had flown into her face and was bidding her finally with its wing. Pigeon thought that Alice wanted their eggs. After a while she remembered that she still held the pieces of mushroom in her head, and she set to the work very carefully, nibbling first at one and then at the other, and growing sometimes taller and sometimes shorter, until she had succeeded in bringing herself down to her usual height. It was so long since she had been anything near the right size, and that it felt quite strange at first, but she got used to it in a few minutes, and began talking to herself as usual. "Come, there's half my plan down now. How puzzling all this changed me. I'm never sure what I'm going to be from a minute to another. However, I've got back my right size. The next thing is to get into the beautiful garden. How is that to be done, I wonder?" As she said this, She came suddenly upon an open place with a little house on it, about 4 feet high. However lives there, thought Alice. It'll never do to come upon them this size. Why, I should be frightened them out of their wits. So she began nibbling at the right hand bit again, and did not venture to go near the house till she had broke herself down to 9 inches high. That's for chapter 5. Thank you for watching, and come back for chapter 6, Pig and Paper.